Could Facebook finally be in a turnaround? The stock was up as much as 25%. You see it right there this morning following a blowout earnings report. Could the long beleaguered stock finally surpass its $38 IPO price? Hasn't seen that since the IPO. Jason Helfstein, Managing Director and Senior Internet Analyst at Oppenheimer, joins the Money Beat show to talk about it. Jason, how big a report was this for Facebook?
It was very significant. The big question here is, could Facebook successfully monetize mobile? And I think they just proved that.
Mm-hmm. And how so? I mean, we know that the numbers were pretty good. This is my question about mobile, though. Is this an issue where money is there? They have total advertising. Are they just shifting that total advertising from the desktop to mobile, or is there actual growth in mobile?
Well, really, the question we should be asking is there growth in total advertising? In the quarter, advertising grew 63%. That number, that's on an organic basis, ex currency. In the first quarter, that number was 43%. Mm-hmm. So a dramatic acceleration in total spending that was driven by both additional advertiser demand and higher pricing. And what's interesting here is that the company charges roughly similar prices for desktop versus mobile. So unlike other companies in the sector, which are seeing consumer behavior shift to mobile, they then monetize those consumers at a lower ratio because the price of mobile is less than desktop. For Facebook, the fact that they're relatively similar is suggesting that the mobile shift, ultimately is going to be more of a positive for Facebook than other companies in the sector.
Yeah, the stock is up 25%. Obviously, it took people by surprise. How much of that is people just reading the story and saying, oh my God, I got to get into this thing right now? How much is that, were people shorting it? They were doubting what they were going to see in these numbers. How much of this is just a surprise knee-jerk, oh my God, I got to get in?
Oh, look, we raised our price target to $36 this morning. That's 30 times our earnings estimate for next year. So again, kind of on fundamentals, we think we can justify 36. We would argue that the majority of the move really is driven by fundamentals. Yeah, clearly, you do get a volatile earnings, but this is a big enough company that it's hard to argue, it's a short squeeze. I mean, if it was a $1 billion market cap company, sure, you could say like people were caught short, but really, I think this is people saying fundamentally the story has changed here.
Yeah, and what are they doing within mobile? What are they necessarily? I mean, you gave us some facts and figures, but what are they doing right in mobile? I know that I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of the ads in my news feed there, but people must be digging it to some extent. What are they doing right?
Well, like they put out a statistic last night. Only about 5% of newsfeed volume is ads, right? Mm-hmm. So the point is, they run constant engagement studies, i.e. are people upset with the ads? And so far that they're finding that the current ad volume is not too high. And so that actually is probably going to move higher. So if you're not happy, you're probably going to become more unhappy. But at least according to Facebook, you're in the minority, not the majority. And then it's ultimately figuring out, what are the right ads to then sell to the advertisers and how much to charge. And if you think about it, a year ago they did not have a mobile ad product. Definitely didn't have data to back up that that product. Mm-hmm. And now you've got that data, and you're really seeing them work both sides of the advertiser side. So advertisers who were kind of direct response, e-commerce related, and then going to the fourth quarter, brand advertising right ahead of the holidays. Right. So really, we think the story actually only gets better here as you move through the year.
Jason, you said your price target's $36. It could hit that very soon. How high do you think this stock can really go?
And we're fundamental analysts, not technical analysts. We look out and say, based on earnings estimates, what is this company worth? Right now, our modeling and our work suggests $36. And, each quarter, as the company gives us an update, we reassess that. So right now, we're saying the stock is worth $36.
Jason, do you think Wall Street owes Facebook a mea culpa?
Look, I think, doing an IPO is hard. Picking the timing of an IPO, especially when you have a rapidly evolving company in the tech space. I mean, we now know, history is 2020. Right when they decided to do their IPO is when we saw the most dramatic shift of consumers going from desktop to mobile, and at the time they did not have a mobile ad product.
Yeah.
So simply put, they lost revenue in the middle of their IPO, and as a result, I don't think they hit the types of numbers that they probably thought they would have been able to hit when you think about going public. And right now, basically what it looks like is they've kind of gotten past this issue, and this is now a growth story again.
All right, great. Jason, excellent stuff. Thank you very much.